PACT Act was a significant step in helping veterans who were affected by toxic exposure. However, I feel the VA did a poor job of educating veterans on how the PACT Act actually works and how it's meant to help them. This has led to a lot of misunderstandings about the claim process, and as a result, a lot of veterans are getting denied their PACT Act claims. Welcome to VA Made Easy. I'm VA-accredited attorney and U.S. Army combat veteran Ed Farmer. Today I'm going to discuss 3 PACT Act myths. If you've been denied your claim, visit me at vetlawoffice.com. Not only do we provide zealous advocacy, we'll prep you before your C&P exams, and we have legal investigators to help you with those statements. Go to vetlawoffice.com for a free consultation, but for now, let's get into it. All right, PACT Act myth number 1. All I need is to show I had toxic exposure. A lot of veterans are under the impression that if they could just show they were exposed to some sort of toxin in service, that this is enough to win their claim. That is not what the PACT Act does. Yes, the PACT Act puts a duty on the VA to help you determine what toxins you may have been exposed to, but just because they find that you are exposed to toxins does not mean you're going to win your claim. You also need to show that you have some sort of resulting disability from your toxic exposure. So this brings me to myth number 2. Well, if I have a diagnosis and toxic exposure, I surely can't lose my claim. Again, this is inaccurate. So there's 3 things you need to show. Not only do you need to show toxic exposure that happened on active duty, you need to show you have a current disability, some sort of disease that you believe is related to that toxic exposure. And then number 3, you need a medical link between that current disability and the toxic exposure. Now, let me clarify that last point. The PACT Act did provide for presumptive conditions. So if your disability is on that list of PACT Act presumptive conditions and you've shown that you would have been exposed to toxins or you qualify for the presumptive exposure, then you don't need a medical opinion linking the two. It's presumed that current disability is related to that in-service toxic exposure. However, many conditions are not on that list. And in that case, you would need a medical opinion either from a VA C&P provider, or if that gets you nowhere, maybe your private opinion that says it is as likely as not, or there's a 50-50 chance that your current condition is linked to that in-service event, in-service toxic exposure, as you will. So the takeaway message here on these first 2 points are, it's not enough just to have toxic exposure, and it's not enough to have a condition. It's not even enough to have both. You still need to qualify all 3 elements of service connection or fall under the presumptions. Now let's discuss the 3rd most prevalent myth I have heard under the PACT Act. A 0% rating under the PACT Act is just the same as a denial. I know a lot of you have been getting 0%, probably for hypertension, sinusitis, rhinitis, maybe asthma even. The good thing about a 0% rating is the VA is saying that condition is service-connected. So just because you got a 0% rating, that is not a denial. The VA is saying, yeah, your condition's related to service, but we don't think the symptoms are severe enough to pay you any money for it. So they're saying it's non-compensable. You don't have enough symptoms to meet the higher rating on the diagnostic code. However, many times the VA screws that up. They don't assign the correct rating. The 0% is incorrect. You must get a copy of your VA C&P exam and see what symptoms are recorded on there. You may also want to provide additional medical evidence or even a statement about your symptoms. And most importantly, Look up the diagnostic code. What does it take to get to the next highest rating? And can I meet those requirements? And that does it, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. And as always, you have the power to change your VA claim.